Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Bobbie and this is Bobbie Reads Tarot. And today we are going to look at predictions for the month of December. These will be predictions for the US and for the world. All of the things that we can expect. As always, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. Again, entertainment purposes only. If I say something and it doesn't happen, okay, don't come back here and give me the hassle, because this is for entertainment purposes only, okay? I want to stress that. So how's everybody doing? Is everybody hanging in there? We had a rough November. We really did. We really did. Oh no. Oh my gosh, I'm dropping everything. I just reset these cards. So what that means is taking the cards, putting them back in their original order, kind of resetting the energy. So the deck is giving me a little bit of a hassle since I did that. However, I'm really looking forward to this reading because I feel like it's going to be a really good, clear reading. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at general energy for the month of November, and then we'll start pulling some oracle cards and some different cards to get, you know, more specific and see if we can drill down on what's really going on. I hope you guys are all doing very well. Since this is a reset deck, I want to shuffle it and see if we get flyers. All right, so this is energy for December of 2024. Okay. We have 4 of Pentacles. We have 7 of Wands. We have 10 of Pentacles reversed. That's too many. We have the King of Wands reversed. Too many cards. That looks like someone standing in hell, doesn't it? Okay, we're going to take, this was our first one, so we're going to put the Knight of Pentacles there. We're going to put our 4 of Swords here. And we're going to get 4 more cards. Push my laptop out of the way. It's too many. I don't want to take that many. We have the 9 of Swords. We have the Temperance card. We have the 9 of Pentacles reversed. We have Judgment. And I'm going to take that 5 of Swords. Okay. Let's dig into these cards and let's look at the meanings of them. So we're going to start off with this 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles is trying to really desperately hold on to something. I mean, look at this guy. He's like grasping that money and trying to hold on to it, almost like it's what's going to keep him from like sinking into the ground and just disappearing. Where this placement is, this is kind of the general theme. What's the general energy? So the general energy of the collective, I think, is going to be people really trying to like hold on. We're coming up into the holidays where there's going to be a lot of increased expenses, and I think people are going to really be feeling that and really trying to hold on to as much money as they can. But I think it's going to be very difficult because we have like what's challenging this, what's crossing this is the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is about resistance, opposition, right? It's about something getting in your way. But it's also about trying to stand strong. So I think it's not going to be too, it's going to be rough financially, but I don't think it's going to be anything horrific. Okay, I'm not seeing anything that's saying like financial collapse in December, okay? But I do think it's going to be a tough time for most people are going to really be trying to conserve and like, I feel like people, it's almost this energy of, we're not going to give in to this like materialistic consumerism anymore. Like, forget it. We're not going to go into debt for a holiday. So I feel like it's people, you know, making wiser choices and just like dialing it back, and that actually being like a good thing. Like, I feel like that's a good energy that we're going to be seeing. So the Ten of Pentacles reversed, this is what the energy that we're coming out of. And the Ten of Pentacles reversed is like the disunion of families. It's families being split up. It's like that stability part, that stability portion of like family. It's disengagement. It's communication issues between family members. I feel like this is still really talking about the election and how divisive it was, especially among, you know, different members of the same family. I've been seeing a lot of like, you know, articles, like opinion pieces, things like that, about how this election has really, you know, driven wedges between family members, and how people are not spending the holidays together because of who they voted for. So I think that there's, you know, there's a lot of that energy that's what we're coming out of. And the one thing, you know, I want to always like remind you guys, and I want to say it again, is that it's very important that you keep your vibration high. No one else is going to do that for you, and this world is set up to bring your vibration down. So it's all about taking that responsibility for yourself and your own energy, and deciding to live your life to your highest passion, no matter your circumstances. And that's your responsibility. And then you see your circumstances improve greatly. I feel like that's really important to keep talking about that, and to, you know, because that's so important. I know here, like I tell you guys, this is for entertainment purposes only. I let you guys know that, you know, obviously, like, I'm a person, I have opinions, but I don't let my opinions bias how I read the cards. And that's why I'm always like very clear in the descriptions of the cards. And if I can't read something for certain, I will tell you I don't know, and I'll give you the meanings of each card and kind of leave it up to you guys. But I'm never going to just tell you something just because I need to tell you something, because I don't want to bring my vibration down by giving you information that's not accurate, okay? And on that same token, if you leave a comment on any of my videos that is a comment, like, if you want to voice an opinion that's different from this, I encourage you to do that. But it needs to be done in a kind way. And if it's not done in a kind way, or if it's done in a way that is low vibration, I'm just going to hit, there's a little option. It just says hide user from channel. And I just click it. It's so easy. Just boop. And then the comment's gone, and I never have to see a comment from that user again. Ever. Never. So it's like, it doesn't affect me. I'm going to just continue to just hide those comments and like hide those people, because I don't want that energy on this channel. And it's like that. It's like living your life in that way. Where are there areas in your life where the vibration is being brought down, and what can you do to bring it back up? You know, are you giving it more attention than you need to give it? Stop giving it attention. Direct your attention elsewhere. Okay, sorry. I know that was kind of a tangent, but I think it's really important in these readings to also mix in some important information. And I feel like that's important information. Okay, so what are we going into? We're going into King of Wands reversed. You guys, this is like tyranny. This is an authoritarian. This is a disciplinarian. This is someone who will restrict you. So take from that what you will. It's male energy that we're going into. And it's funny because this Knight of Pentacles, I always say this is the Trump card. Like, it's what Trump wishes. It's I think how Trump thinks people perceive him as like this, like all dashing and debonair and like, you know, classy. Even though that's not how people perceive him. But this card is like, what were we actively seeking? What are you actively seeking? Well, people were actively seeking Trump. So that's what people were actively seeking. But what they got was this, what they didn't see coming was this Eight of Swords. And this Eight of Swords is all about being restricted, being tied down, being restrained. having your rights taken away from you, having your freedom taken away from you, to where you are restricted and you have lost your mobility. Okay? That is exactly what that card means. So there's that. The next card we have is the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords is about despair. Okay? And when we see this card right here, this is the energy that the people are putting out. So the people are putting out this feeling of anxiety and despair. They're really, really troubled. They're really, really worried. And the environment is this very divided environment. I mean, like, there is not a card that's a more perfect, appropriate card for the environment than like this card, because this card is literally like, it's divided. It's like half this, half that. So that is definitely the environment. And it's not just in the US, it's in the world. It's happening everywhere. There's this weird shift happening, and it's very divisive between the right and the left. And this is where, like, we have to start reaching across. We have to start finding commonalities, because we have more in common than we have different. But if we don't do that, if we only focus on the differences, we're going to continue to grow farther and farther and farther apart. And there's not going to be any opportunity to bridge that gap and work together. All right. So this position is either hopes or fears. And we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. This is, when it's upright, it's all about material success, financial comforts. Obviously, that's what people would hope for. And the fear is the opposite. You know, the fear is, are we going to lose those material comforts that we have? Is that something that we're going to lose? Are we going to be impacted by that? The other thing that this card represents is vanity and ego. So do we have a fear of vanity and ego? What would that look like? Well, what represents, or who represents vanity and ego? Trump. Okay, so is that a collective fear of what's coming in January? Probably. For outcome, we have the Judgment card reversed, and we have the Five of Swords. So this is interesting, because we keep getting this Judgment card a lot, this Judgment reverse card. This is like a misreckoning. Like, it's time that someone's going to be held accountable, and it's going to be rough for them. Really rough for them. So I was listening, I don't know if you guys, I talk about a lot of different religions. I study religion just in general. And I was listening to this, I think he's a bishop or something. He was giving this sermon, and he was talking about the book of Revelations. And it's interesting, because this this card, Judgment, is essentially the card of, Revelations. If you see it in a traditional deck, it's like the angel blowing the trumpet and the people coming out of the graves. So in his what is it, like, when he was preaching in his sermon, he was talking about how, if you believe, you know, the story of the Bible and Christianity, the Bible talks about how Satan cast, I guess, Christ or Jesus aside for 1,000 years and had his reign on earth. And when that time comes up, then Satan is going to have his judgment. And his judgment, or his karma that he's going to receive, is he is going to be locked up for 1,000 years. And he will be confined. And he was talking about how everything we do, there's a consequence, and you can either be rewarded or you can be paid. What do you want to be? Do you want to be rewarded, or do you want to be paid? Because being paid back could be kind of bad. We always, want to be rewarded. And so seeing this card, especially here, I feel like it's very much that, like, whatever has happened, it's time now that these people are either going to be rewarded or they're going to be paid back. And I feel like it's going to be more paid back, because we have this Five of Swords card with it. And it was interesting, because I was only going to pull one card, but two came out, and I was like, yep, we're just going to go with it. So the Five of Swords, this talks about conflict. This is like defeat. So we could see some defeat. I know that I did a video about will Trump be inaugurated. I'll link that here. But it was really unclear. I did not get a clear answer on if he would be inaugurated or not. I kind of felt like he would, but then something would come out maybe after he was inaugurated that might be disqualifying. But seeing this and knowing that we're looking at December, there could be something that comes out that's disqualifying for people. Okay, so I feel like it's really relating to Trump because we have this Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands. But if it's not that, it's going to be other people in power. There's going to be stuff coming out in December that changes things in a really big way. Okay. So now that we've looked at general energy, let's see what else we can get, you guys. Okay, so we're going to go to this deck. Again, this is a keyword deck. I made this one. If you're ever curious to know what decks I use, click on the link to my website down in the description box, and that'll take you to my website where I have links to all of these decks where you can go purchase them. And another reminder, this is for entertainment purposes only, guys. Okay, don't go like place bets on it, or if it doesn't come true, tell me, whatever. This is just general energy. And this is the energy also that's right now. So today is, I'm filming this on November 23rd. So this is the energy as it exists on the earth right now, November 23rd, 2024. Now, that does not mean that these things can't change, because energies change. People have free will. So something that could look like it's very much going to happen now could change at any time in the future. So keep that in mind as well. Okay? All right. Let's see what we can get here. Oop. That's too many. Okay, we're going to take it. We're going to lawyer, law enforcement, child actor, Iran, tech giant, female rapper, vice president, Europe. Let's move these. Female actor, it's too many. I'm going to take those. Okay. And then that's going to be it. So we have male athlete, social media influencer, we have FBI, we have queen, we have physician doctor, and we have judge. Okay, so let's start first with our entertainment stuff, okay? So let's go to male athlete. I don't think any of this other stuff is going to apply to male athlete, but we're just going to keep it here. So first, can we get a description of our male athlete? Oh no. That's hilarious. It just went flying. I couldn't do that again if I tried. Okay, I think that's a good shuffle. Okay, let's see what we can get for male athlete. Blonde, glasses, a bandana or a handkerchief. And again, this I've said this before, but just because there are women in the cards does not mean this is necessarily a woman. Well, it's a male athlete, so yeah. Okay, so I don't know if Travis Kelce wears glasses, but I'm really feeling like this has to do with him. Because with that twin flame, I feel like that's him and Taylor Swift. Because the relationship is in the spotlight. His relationship is very much in the spotlight. Okay, so what is going on with Travis Kelce? Is that his name, Travis? Or is that the brother? There's Jason, right? I don't know, you guys. I don't really follow that stuff. You guys always tell me in the comment section, like, if I don't know something, I'll just, like, tell me, you know, what it is. And you guys are always so great at, like, coming through for me. So we have death. One more. We'll see if anything else wants to come out. Oh, okay. So we have death and soldier. So I wonder if someone, death and soldier. So first thing, just right off the bat, wonder if someone in his family, someone close to him, someone who he knows who's in the military is going to have a death. The other thing I thought of too is that it could be the ending of the relationship between him and Taylor Swift. Death is often associated with the endings of cycles, the endings of different things. We have guidance. We have red flags. Thinking of you, crying, nostalgia. Self-love. Okay. I want to get 3 tarot cards too. Let's see here. Well, 3 cards. 1, 2. One more. Okay, so we have the Lovers card. We have the 2 of Wands reversed, and we have the 4 of Cups. I think they might be splitting up or thinking about splitting up. That's interesting because this has to do with the relationship. This has to do with feeling dissatisfied, feeling very like meh, very bored, just like whatever, kind of over it. And the 2 of Wands reversed is about like being hasty, rushing something. I think that they're spending, time apart where they're missing each other and they're seeking guidance, but there's red flags there. And it's more important for them to love whichever one is doing the breaking up, okay? It's more important for them to love themselves than something with this relationship. So there's going to be some kind of something. The only interesting thing with this is the Lovers isn't reversed. If the Lovers was reversed, this would absolutely be a breakup. With it upright, though, it's talking about partnerships. But there's going to be some kind of a story that comes out in December about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift and bumps in their relationship, or possibly a breakup. Okay, let's get these out of the way. The other thing, too, is I think this female actor, I think that this was them. Even though she's known more as a singer, I think that this was the 2 of them. So I'm going to take that one with this one. And next we're going to look at child actor. And I feel like this female rapper might go with that. I'm going to move those closer. I don't feel like they're part of this, but they might be. So we're just going to have them close by. Okay, so let's get some descriptor cards for this child actor and this female rapper. And remember, the child actor can be either sex unless the cards like determine it. Okay, female rapper, it's obviously going to be female. Okay, so we're going to do child actor first. So known for their individuality, long hair, woman, baby face, scar, beard. Interesting. I wonder if this, okay, I'm wondering if beard is, they are associated very closely with someone who is a member of the LGBTQ community, because sometimes like females that are close associates with gay men, they're called like beards. So I'm feeling like whoever this female child actor is, oh my God, is this JoJo Siwa? Okay, I'm feeling like this might be JoJo Siwa. Let's get the female rapper. Dark skin. Wavy hair. Hat. Twin flame. That could be a Gemini. Braids. It's too many. Let's do one more card. A bandana in their hair. Okay, so let's see what's going on between these two people. Right off the bat, you guys, I'm getting like Megan Thee Stallion. I'm almost wondering if there's going to be like some kind of an issue or beef or something that comes up between the two of them. Between, yeah, JoJo Siwa and Megan Thee Stallion. That's weird. Or some female rapper. Might not be Megan Thee Stallion, but I'm feeling like this is JoJo Siwa. And she's a social media influencer. Yep, it is. It's JoJo. That's where I was getting that. Because she was a dancer, singer. She was a child actor. She's a social media influencer. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay, so can I get 3 cards, please, for what's going on here? The Devil reversed. Two of Pentacles, choices. Choices in business, balancing things with business, but choices in money, that's interesting. Okay, yeah, so I feel like, I don't know exactly who this is, but it's going to be like obviously a female rapper. Obviously, this is going to be someone who I think is Black. I'm really feeling JoJo Siwa on this one. So when we have the Devil reverse, this is about being defeated in something, being like released of something, losing a battle. Nine of Wands is kind of that same, Nine of Wands reverse is kind of that same energy. It's being depleted. It's having really strong opposition. And then this Eight of Swords is feeling, it's feeling bound, confined. It's about being restricted, feeling trapped, having constraints put on you. I wonder if there's going to be some kind of like social media, something that comes out, or some kind of controversy that comes out between the two of them. And I feel like it's going to be something where JoJo's going to say something and not think about what she's actually saying, and she's going to get called out on it. And she's going to feel like really kind of stuck in a corner and not have really any good way to respond. She's going to feel like, you know, constrained, but it's going to be because of what she chose to say or do. Okay, so I would definitely like keep an eye on that and see. And if you guys hear of anything, come back and like comment and let me know. Again, you know, alleged, for entertainment purposes only, all of that good stuff. Okay, so we got to the bottom of that. Okay, so now what I want to do, because there's a lot of these and I'm not sure what we have going where, I want to kind of spread these out, and we're going to do some of these oracle cards and just kind of start like dealing out cards to see what energies we can get, and then we'll make our connections. Okay, because I feel like some of these are tied together, but I'm not sure yet how they're tied together. I actually pulled a lot more cards than I had intended to, but that's okay. It means that they just needed to come out. Okay, so let's do this. I don't know if you guys can see all of those, but we're just going to start seeing what flies out, and we're just going to deal in a clockwise manner. Okay, a stranger, a lawyer, freedom or law enforcement, environmental hazard, arson, tech giant with chemtrails. Okay, cryptozoology for FBI. That's interesting. Never surrender and vice president. This is the Trump card, you guys. So I'm wondering if this is saying that this is Trump's vice president, if this is going to be about JD Vance, or if this is something to do with Trump and Kamala. That's very interesting. Okay. I want to start with Vice President and Trump. And I think this tech giant probably goes with this. And let's see what we can figure out from this, okay? And we'll see if any of these other topics tie in. False accusations. Okay, so this could be them making false accusations or someone making false accusations at them. I'm feeling like this is them making false accusations because it's here. These two are on this side of it and it's pointing this way and there's nothing over here. If it was pointed this way, I would say, okay, it's false accusations against these two, but I do feel like this is actually false accusations that are being made out. Memories. So this could be, oh, this is memories, evidence. So evidence of things that have happened in the past. Oh, that's too many. I don't want to take that many. We have rebellion. We have humanoid. Okay. And then I want to take some of these Gypsy Oracle cards and get some other keywords here. We have young woman, we have messenger, we have conversation. We have wedding. So I feel like this is planning for an inauguration. There's a conversation. There's conversation around the planning of the inauguration, but there's going to be, and there's also going to be false accusations that are made. And I feel like the false accusations are going to be made about a woman. I feel like somehow this is tying into them. There's conversations that are happening about this celebration. But there's also this feeling of if things don't go our way, there's going to be some kind of a rebellion. There's going to be like a price to pay for it. I feel like this chemtrails is more of like things are going to be said that aren't true, like this is like representative of conspiracy theories. So conspiracy and humanoid, again, conspiracy theory type topics. So there's going to be false accusations made about a younger woman, and it's going to be like conspiracy theory based things. Meanwhile, there's things going on between, I think it's specifically with maybe J.D. Vance. There's things in his past. It could be Elon Musk too. But there's things that have happened in their past that can impact, I think, them specifically, and there's evidence of it. And we have this messenger. I wonder if this messenger is going to bring the news of what's been happening out into the open, and that leads to this idea of rebellion. I want to get, let's get 3 cards for J.D. Vance. Three cards for J.D. Vance, please. What is this about? What's going on here? Okay, so we have conflict resolution. So there's some kind of a conflict. It's having to compromise, make amends. Hiding their true feelings about something. I got this before for J.D. Vance, that he does not agree with what's going on. He has completely different views from MAGA. He does not agree with any of that, but he's hiding all of that because he wants to use this as his opportunity to get ahead. And so he's hiding how he really feels. And so he's stuck in this situation with these crazy people. But he put himself there. That's his own, now he has to deal with the repercussions of that one. But he is, for the time being, oops, I just threw my card. The next card we had was guidance. So, and I believe we had did we have guidance before? This is like, he's looking for some kind of guidance. And I'm wondering if he's looking towards Elon for the guidance, if this is who he's going to. And maybe it's Elon that's like, hey, why don't we say this about this person over here? And so that's kind of how that whole thing's working. Let's get 3 cards for Elon. We have childish. Well, yeah. Immature, argumentative, playing the victim. We have red flags. Self-love. I think this is loves himself too much. I would take that as being narcissistic. Okay. And there's a major red flags with Elon. Elon is trouble. He's trouble. He's up to no good. There's stuff going on with him, and he is going to stir the pot. So looking at this, I would definitely say there's something that's going to go on, during the month of December that has to do with JD Vance, perhaps Trump, and Elon Musk. There's some infighting. There's things going on. There's stuff that's happened in their past that could come up. There's evidence. But meanwhile, Elon is going to be feeding false stories, conspiracy theories about what's going on over here. And people aren't going to like it. There's going to be a rebellion to what's going on. People are going to say, enough is enough. Okay? But again, there's these conversations around the inauguration. Is the inauguration actually going to happen? Or are they going to be given a message that it's not going to happen and it's going to go another direction? We don't know. Or this could just be planning for the inauguration that's coming next month. This could be conversations. This could be conversations between all three of these guys about who they want to bring in to be confirmed. And it's choices that they're not popular choices. They're terrible choices, in my personal opinion, for entertainment purposes only, alleged, whatever. But they're making these like rebellious choices in who they're trying to get through and who they're trying to get confirmed. This might be more confirmations than inauguration. We'll have to wait and see. But this could be things coming up. Republicans pushing back against the people that this administration is recommending for these high-level cabinet positions. I think that's very much what's going on with this. Okay, so let's clear these out of the way and see what else we can find here. Okay, so looking at these, I feel like these are very much, again, talking about different picks for cabinet level positions. So I'm feeling like we have, let's see here. Is that who I want? Yes, okay. So I feel like these all kind of tie into that. I feel like these are cabinet picks with different issues. So let's go through and let's see. I'm feeling like this is Dr. Oz. This is RFK Jr. This is there's a director in the FBI, and I could be wrong, okay, so don't quote me on this one. And if you guys know for sure, put it in the comment section down below. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the current FBI director is actually someone that Trump put in that Biden left in office, left in their position. But there's like this rumble that they're actually, because JD Vance tweeted it and then deleted it, saying that they were interviewing for FBI director. So I think that there's going to be issues in the month of December around who they pick, because they're going to oust that guy. I know it. I feel like this has to do with Dr. Oz and the position that they've put him in charge of Medicaid and Medicare. I mean, this is a TV doctor. They put him in control. What are they doing? This lawyer, this is RFK Jr. He's in charge of the HHS, but he's a stranger to I don't even know where to start. I mean, he's not a doctor. He's got, some interesting, controversial beliefs, but he's kind of a stranger to what he's going to be doing. Environmental hazard and judge. I'm wondering if this has to do with EPA. And then law enforcement. I'm not sure if this is referring to, I don't know if this is going to be law enforcement. Is this going to be Attorney General? Let's find out. Okay, I need to start pulling some cards. So let's figure out what is going on. What do we want to look at? Let's start with tarot. And I'm just going to pull 2 cards for each one of these so we can get a little more specific. So for law enforcement, we have the Hierophant reversed. We got the full reverse. Interesting. Okay. We have Page of Cups reversed. We have Five of Swords. We have Seven of Cups. We have the Chariot. Knight of Cups reversed. King of Pentacles reversed. Nine of Pentacles reversed. Queen of Wands reversed. Okay. So let's start with the FBI. I do feel like he is going to oust whoever is currently in there, and I think he's going to replace them with a female. It's going to be a female with a big ego, someone who doesn't have a lot of success, but is going to like underqualified, but is going to tout that they are very much qualified. She's this Queen of Wands energy reversed, so she lacks virtue. She's not the most stand-up character, lacking character. Okay, so I feel like there's going to be, and I don't know if there has already been a nomination made or not. I don't think that there has. So I feel like there is going to be an announcement made that there's going to be a new FBI director, and it's going to be a female. Okay, a female. Female energy. Okay, so I feel like that one is cleared up. The next one I want to go to is this physician doctor. So everyone is like just amazed that Trump wants to give control of the, I don't remember what the title is, guys. I'm not like super following that stuff, but whatever that is, the top doctor, leave it in the comments if you guys know. So we have this Knight of Cups reversed, and we have the King of Pentacles reversed. The Knight of Cups reversed is an offer that doesn't materialize. And then when we have the King of Pentacles reversed, this talks about someone who's untrustworthy. So I am thinking that there may be something that goes on with Dr. Oz's appointment. Either he's going to get a lot of flack, there's going to be a lot of stories about it, or he's going to withdraw because of just being underqualified. He has no experience at all that would make him qualified. But I could see him, if he doesn't drop out, it's going to become very, very apparent in the things that he says and the messaging that he's going to sound like not educated enough, like underqualified. He's untrustworthy, but also with this Knight of Cups reversed, I mean, that's just all about like disappointment and offer that doesn't materialize. And both of these cards actually are unmotivated. They're not motivated. So he just might not have the fight in him. He might just be very unmotivated. Oops. And then we have Young Woman and Messenger. Again, we keep getting that Young Woman and Messenger. I wonder if he's going to be replaced by a female candidate. I wonder if we're going to see Dr. Oz come off and a female go up. Because we saw that with the AG position, right? Okay, let's move. Let's see here. I want to move these over here. Set up space for myself. Okay, we're going to move that over for now. And then with this lawyer, so I feel like this is that AG position. And I feel like, Matt Gaetz, he didn't know Matt Gaetz. He wasn't vetted at all. He had all of these choices that he could make, Trump, and he was very confused and he didn't want to focus. And so he just went super, super fast and he picked the very first person that his, kids probably told him to pick. And that's how he ended up with this person. So then they made a new, what's the word? Like they nominated a new person. And that person is Pam Bondi. And she has an interesting background too. She's very, very pro Trump, MAGA, fighting election denier, that kind of thing. Okay, so I'm going to get 3 cards on the energy of what's going to happen with this AG pick. I think they don't know anything about her either. I think they didn't know anything about Matt Gaetz, and I think they don't know anything about her. And I think that they're not taking the time to find out anything. They're not vetting any of these choices. They're just like picking you. Okay, now I'm gonna pick you. They're not slowing down. They're just like picking people, and it's turning out really disastrous. Okay, so wedding. Again, this is looking at that confirmations. We're looking at the confirmation hearings. Are these people going to be confirmed or not? We have thought. So people, it's taking a lot of thought. People are having to, they're going to have to really, really consider at the confirmation hearings, these people, what their choices are. And then we have foe. So this is going to be really divisive. There's going to be a lot of fighting, and a lot of people being pit against each other with this AG pick. So I think that this AG pick for the month of December, it's going to be really contentious, and there's going to be a lot of thought and a lot of conversation about if she is going to be able to be confirmed, because a lot of people are going to see her as a foe. They're going to see her as adversarial. So there could be some interesting movement with this during this month of December. Okay. Let's get these out of the way. Okay, so we have judge and we have law enforcement. Law enforcement is a really interesting one. Law enforcement freedom. And this is about doing things in an unorthodox way. So not doing things the traditional way, the way that it's always been done, but it's doing things in a different kind of way. But then we have the full reversed. And that's kind of interesting, because when it's reversed like this, it's not about a new journey. It's about being foolish. So whatever they're going to do, and just so that a decision is going to be made in December regarding law enforcement that will give them more freedom. And it's going to be a very unorthodox decision, but it's a foolish decision. It's a foolish decision. Okay, let's see. Can we get more clarification on this law enforcement, please? Sorry, this video is getting so long, guys. Okay, so we have faithfulness. We have a room. It's an empty room. Size and friend. This is interesting. I want to get a few more of these cards because I'm kind of getting a weird vibe, and I just want to see if I get anything that clarifies this. Because I'm almost wondering, with that empty room, what is that? Why is that an empty room? You know, law enforcement, they have these freedoms to make these decisions, but they do it an unorthodox way, and it's a foolish decision. But people are believing that they're faithful. They think that this law enforcement is their friend. But, their decisions are change. Their decisions aren't good decisions, and it leads to an empty room. Why is the room empty? Let's see what we can get here. Message, incoming message. Okay, so we have incoming message. We have corrupt politician. We have rumors, manipulation, white collar crime, climate change. Okay. So there's an incoming message, perhaps from Biden. I don't think, well, never mind. Okay. Could Biden be trying to plan something to stop Trump before he takes office? Or does he plan something to where law enforcement is not on their game and something happens to Trump, therefore the room is empty? This is really interesting how this one is going, but I feel like this isn't climate change. I feel like this is change. Change is coming. Change is coming. There's rumors. People are talking about it. There's change coming though, but whatever decision's made, it's going to be a foolish one. And it's going to be really unorthodox, but people are going to be given freedoms. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think that this is going to turn out to be. I would love to hear. Love, love, love to hear. Okay. So let's look at this judge, you guys. Oh. This is, I'm feeling like this has to do with Netanyahu. So he recently had an arrest warrant issued for him by the ICC. And that is very troublesome for him. And a lot of the countries that are members of the ICC are these European countries. And I feel like these European countries are going to be watching for him. They're going to be watching for him to see where he's at so that they can get him. They're going to be watching him, hovering over him. Anytime he goes anywhere, they're going to be looking. They're going to be looking for him because they want to get him for the crimes that he's committed against the people of Gaza. We know that, right? With this Page of Cups reversed, I mean, this is such a bad environment, right? They've created this environmental hazard and they're trying to hold him accountable. We have the Page of Cups reversed. The Page of Cups reversed. This is about frustration. It's about childishness, but it's about someone who's behaving in a way that's just like so frustrating, and it's leading to all of this conflict. So these different people, these different European members of the ICC are going to be watching for him, watching him so that they can capture him and hold him accountable, hold him, he'll have to go to trial for his crimes. And I think that there could be some crimes also brought about for things that he's done either in Iran or like Lebanon, to those people that are tied to Iran. I don't feel like Iran is part of this one because we're getting these like weird cards that aren't quite fitting. So I think that this part of it will come to Iran separately. But I think that this part is specifically about Netanyahu. Let's see. What do I want to do? Yeah, I want to do, let's see. Let's do these cards. I want to see what else is going on. Can we get some keywords, key phrases? What is going on? I'm wondering if they're going to get him. If he travels to certain places, he can be extradited. Consolation. He's being given a consolation prize. That's not very good. That would imply being caught, right? Consolation. Journey. Falseness. I don't think they're going to catch him. I think that they're going to go on a journey and they're going to try to find him, but they're not going to find him. They're just going to find falseness. They're going to get like some consolation prize. They might get Yoav, but I don't think they won't get Netanyahu. Not in December. That's not coming. Interesting. I wonder if Yoav, is it Yoav Gallant? I wonder if he's going to get arrested traveling during the month of December. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? Okay, so let's look at, we have Queen over here hanging out. We have Iran. I'm going to put these two, I'm going to leave this one here. I'm going to put that Project Blue Beam back in. I just don't really feel like that was vibing with that. Let's get some cards and see what's going on with Iran, shall we? What is going on with Iran? And I also want to see if we can get anything from this deck that'll shine some light on it. Military leader. Military leader, lighting fires, arson, setting fire, creating fire, burning things down, destroying things, destroying buildings. Lawyer. So something to do. I'm wondering if this is about them wanting to stay. Whenever they launch a counterattack, they always stay really, I don't feel like I'm getting anything from these, you guys. So we're just going to go back to these cards. I'm wondering if this is talking about like setting fire to their, like, oh no, I was talking about the legal aspect of it. They always make sure that they comply with like, the different laws, so the different like articles. So when they launch war or they respond, they will like notify NATO or whoever, and or UN, the UN, of like what article was violated and what their reason for retaliation is. So I do feel like they're very particular and very careful. I think that's why we got that lawyer. We always get this prophecy and depopulation. I talk about this all the time. We're in the process of shifting from the 3D to the 5D. And I think that for those that don't shift, there's going to be a lot of things that happen that can be really scary. Keep getting this corrupt politician. So there can be, you know, things that seem really scary. But understand that everything is happening right now for a reason. Everything is happening because it's what has to happen in order for for things to unfold the way it needs to unfold. Okay. Let's see here. Ancient mystery solved. Ancient mystery solved. Control. I feel like this ancient mystery solved has to do with that prophecy, that depopulation, control. I'm wondering if someone's going to contract Iran to do a little bit of that. Huh? What do we think? Is that going to be something that happens so that control can be maintained? Something premeditated? Ooh. Maybe they have some help. Let's see here. Counterfeit, manipulation, antichrist. Yeah. So we're being given false narratives, counterfeit narratives in order to control and to manipulate. This is all premeditated. We're being given all of these stories, right? But this is all prophesized. This is happening for a reason. And I feel like this is already on earth. I don't know that it's necessarily one person. I think it could be multiple people. It's like a spirit. Because some people talk about when Christ returns, for those of you that believe in that, a lot of people believe it's not actually Christ that returns, but it's the return of Christ consciousness. Okay? And I feel like that this is kind of the same thing, but on the other end of the spectrum. So I don't think it's necessarily one antichrist. I think it's like antichrist consciousness, if that's a thing. I don't know. Okay, so there's stuff going on with Iran. I think that they may be trying to get Iran to do something to Trump. I'm wondering if we're going to find out this month that, you know, that anybody has been linked to Iran, if there's any conspiracies that happen, if they find any communications, anything like that. I think that would be really interesting. Don't you guys think that'd be really interesting? Okay, and finally, we have this really random queen transhumanism. I have no idea what this is talking about, but let's just go with it. Change. Queen. You guys are always so good. Like, I'll do these readings and I'll get like, I got Prince, or, you know, and you guys are like, oh, it could be this, it could be that, it could be this. So help me out with the Queen. Time for a change. For things like crimes against humanity. It's time for that to change. We've entered this time of almost transhumanism, where we don't treat people like they're people, but we treat them as if they're machines, robots. No feelings. What does this have to do with Queen? What does this have to do with Queen? Let's see if we can get something from this deck. World Leader. World Leader. Female World Leader. It's too many. What is Queen? Doctor. Okay, I feel like this is getting more random the more cards I draw. So I'm going to just pull a few more and then we're going to see what we can get. But if this one ends up staying vague, we're going to go with it. Love. Love. Message. Size. Lover. You know, it's time. This is the message I'm getting from this, okay? And I feel like this is a good message we're going to close on. I think it's important to send messages of love. Here we have two of them, love and lover, to our fellow human. Like I was talking about, raising vibration. We're in a time right now where there's a lot of really terrible things that are happening to people all across the globe. And I think a lot of us forget about that, or we other them because we see these people and we're like, they don't look like us. So we're not going to empathize with them or with what they're going through. And that's wrong. Just because someone is different from you or you can't see them doesn't mean that there isn't value. It doesn't mean that they don't deserve love. And I think it's really important right now that it's time for a change, and it's time for us to spread this message of loving one another and finding what we have in common instead of looking for what we have that's different. It's about like finding ways that we can communicate with one another and share ideas, even if those ideas are different or they're varied. Excuse my dogs, they're fighting in the background. So I really feel like that's the final message that Spirit wants me to leave with you guys. Okay, sorry this was a long one. I hope you guys liked this. If you did and you're still with me, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up on your way out. Again, remember, this is all alleged for entertainment purposes only. And finally, if you have not yet subscribed, please click that little circle on the screen so that you can subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.